ball is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
5.
On first down, Lockhart. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Matchbox light.
Slam.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Good job.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Yes.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 51 to Mike.
Keep driven.
Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They go back to Abdullah on first. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and long for Cousins. This is screen to Abdullah. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Madison. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2. Now third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
All day, every day, any day.
To throw is Cousins. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Blue draw quarters.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Now. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Three 0 after one on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Go. Look at me. Zipper.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Not today, you are. Not today. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I got him. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Now.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A first throw for the backup, Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. They can't tackle it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Set, ready? 8, read. Hey, exit.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Exit. Exit.
Yep. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Lockhart looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Got it.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9.
Mike's by 4.
5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now.
Touchdown, Packers! Jay Sternberger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Left, go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Rosen. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 71 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They come out here in the I. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now Rosen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown
Marty
there.
Looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken very short. Runs through the contact. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Ready.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, high 7. Twist on travel. Turn. Go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the shift. Watch twist.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here. And Adams has it, complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Smooth.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, they scared. 51's Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
We own them.
Go.
51's the Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Snap.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Incomplete. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Hey, Haywood! Yes, yes!
Hey, let's go. It's time to crash. Watch the run. Hey, Mike 51. Watch the flag.
Hey, Alpha!
Watch the flag, Mike.
Ready?
2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Bravo! Go!
Mike 51. I'm going to run you over. 51 to Mike, boys.
They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught here by Adams. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken short. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go! Shoot!
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Monday.
Hey, switch gears.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. But hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker. And if they did, that'll be a first down. Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Look at me. Zip, hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yep.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's get it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
218, chopper.
Rush in.
Hey, zoom.
Rush in.
Yo, go, go.
51 to Mike.
2nd and 5. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Ready,
They
set.
come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You must be getting tired.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
54. Mike 54. Right there.
Hey. Big grip.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left. To go out and get that victory.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They go with Abdullah again. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Rosen looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the backup Kaiser to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, Kaiser. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Let's go one more.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 50.
Record.
Kaiser. And that's complete to Adams. inside the Minnesota 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. That's complete right around the 8. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take. Across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A toss to Abdullah. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hug.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
3 bucks.
Hey, alert.
91 is the Mike.
Hey. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Get your swarm on.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tie it right. Tie it right. Go. Four down. Mike 51. Mike 51. Yeah.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Check. Watch 54. Check the out.
On 1st down, Lockhart. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, check 24.
Check your hot read. Hatchet. 66. Bullet. Hot.
A
Check 9.
give to Williams, running right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Everyone got 4 down. Go. 51 to Mike.
Stay with your man.
Watch safety creep. Where'd he go? Safety creeping.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This for the lead in the final stages. And Crosby puts it through, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. He'll look to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Vikings on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rosen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Geno Atkins drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Green Bay, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.